700,000, I'll ask for 25 in the rise, make it 7 1/4. At 700,000 I have. At 700 the bid now, fairly been offered at 700 the bid. At 700,000 for the first call. At 25, welcome and best of luck at 25 and 50 if you like, sir. At 725 the bid. One bid not enough here today. At 725,000, make it 50 in the rise. At 725,000 now, fairly been offered now at 725.
30.
I'll take 35, sir. Happy to shorten my stride to 10 if you like at 35. And the same courtesy at 10 if you like, ma'am. At 735,000, make it 45 in the rise. At 735, 45 got. At 745 the bid. At 745,000, 55 now if you like at 745 and the bid's there. At 740, 55 now got. 755. At 755,000, 65 now. Can I say? Wrong way, ma'am. Only like this. At 755, fairly been offered now. At 755,000, first call. At 755 the bid, all done. At 755,000, bids here. Second call at 755. Where was that? At 760. I'll get you involved for 5. Why not? 760,000. Welcome. Best of luck. At 60. At 65 now, welcome to you also. At 765, fresh competition, sir. At 765, time for a statement bid to say, hey, I was so close, you're not taking the keys off me. At 765,000, the bid's there. I'll circle back. At 65, your 5's still good with me if you've got it. At 765, can I say 70 now? At 765,000, fairly been offered now. At 765, the bid. At 765,000, fairly been offered, bids there across the road. At 765,000, first call. At 765, are we done? Second call at 70 now, 770. At 770, make it 75. At 770,000, fairly bid and offered now, 770 the bid. At 770,000, bids there. At 75 now, 7 3/4. At 775,000. At 775,000, fairly been offered, bid there. At 775 the bid. At 775,000, first call. At 775, are we done? At 775,000, second call. At 775, done. Finish at 80, welcome at 780. I'll tell you what, that might be a very lucky bid because it puts us on the market and we're selling here today. So you might have the opportunity to buy it with one bid. Keys are with you at 780,000. We're on the market, we sell. If there's no further bidding here today, we will be selling there at 780,000. If you've come to buy, now is the time to dig deep. Now is the time to show me your interest. Now is the time to make it known at 781. At 781 now, 781. 82 now, 782. At 782 and 3. At 83 now, 783. At 783,000, 85 now, 785. 85 I had here first. Can I say 90? At 785, can I say 790 now? At 785,000, bid there, keys are there. We're selling, you must bid me now. If ever hold your peace if you're here to buy. At 785,000, fairly been offered now. 785. At 90 and a great bid at that at 790. At 790,000, fight fire with fire at 91 now. At 791 the bid. At 791,000, ball back in your court. How are we going over here at 791? At 791,000, bid there, keys are there, 2 now, got to be 3. At 792 at 3 got. At 793. At 793 the bid. At 793,000, fairly been offered, bid there, keys there. We're on the market, we sell at 793 the bid. First call at 793,000. Are we done? At 95 and welcome back at 95. At 795, how about we just take me to 800 and let's get it done. At 795,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. At 97 now, at 797 the bid, and 800 certainly beckons now. At 797, ma'am, how about 8? At 800,000, even money at 8 we've got. At 800,000, bids here, keys are here, we're on the market, we sell at 800,000, the opportunity's here now. At 803, at 803,000 now, at 808, great bid at 808,000, at 808 the bid, at 808 and we're here at 808, at 810 now, at 810,000, how about 15 ma'am, or 18, let's keep the 8s, at 810,000, bids there, at 810,000, fairly been offered now, 810 the bid, we're on the market, we're selling, show me now if you're here to buy, 810,000 once, 810,000 twice,
11.
At
15. No, 15.
At 815, at 815,000, you've got to let him finish the bid, Jim. At 815,000, good bid. At 815, at 815,000, can I say 20 now? Give me 20, big bid in response to a big one. at 815,000. Bids there, keys are there. We're on the market. We're selling at 16 at 816. We're done here, sir. Thank you very much for being here today. At 816, back against you at 816. At 816, 20 can I suggest? At 816 and the bids there, the keys are there. We're selling at 816,000. Fairly been offered once at 816, all done.
Go 18.
18 back to the 8s at 818. At 818 the bid. At 818,000 and 20 now, an easy leap to 20 at 818 now. At 818,000, fairly been offered. Bids there, keys there, on the market. Oh, sorry, 20 there. At 820, thank you for the correction, Jim. At 820,000. At 820 the bid. At 820,000, fairly been offered now at 820. At 820,000, bids there across the road. Keys are there. Tell me you're out there. Are we out here? At 820. Thank you very much for being here today. We're out over here, ma'am. Thank you for being here today. At 21, at 821, at 821,000, fairly been offered now. 821 the bid. First call at 25. Great bid at 25. At 825. Just a big bid. You can make one too, ma'am. At 825 the bid. Take me to 30 perhaps. At 825,000. We're fairly been offered at 8 1/4. At 825,000. We're on the market. We're selling 825 the bid. Once at 825, done.
830.
At 30 now, great bid at 830,000. At 830,000, 5 didn't help, try 10. At 830 now, and the bid's there at 830 the bid. At 830,000, fairly been offered now. 830,000, bids there, keys are there, we sell 830 now. Once at 830,000, play for keeps. Twice, 830,000, no second chances. Third, final call, $830,000 the bid. All done, finished. Silent out at 830. Bids there. What do you say, in or out at 830,000? Just confirming we're all out over there at 830,000. Now's the time to let me know if you're here to buy.
31.
At 31, at 831, at 831,000, at 831,000, fairly been offered now at 831 the bid, at 831, at 831,000, bids back there across the road at 831, at 831,000, about to get a better view of the competition here at 835, at 835, at 835,000, at 835 the bid back there at 835, at 835,000, we're definitely done, absolutely done. Thank you very much for you being here today. I tell you what, I'm going to walk around a little bit. I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to come back and check it with you just one more time to make sure you've got the ample opportunity to make the right decision for yourself here today. At 835,000, they tell me they're out. Once at 835,000, are we done? Second call, 835 to be done. Finished. Third, final call, $835,000 the bid. On the market and selling, and we done, finished, silent out 835, out here, well he's definitely out, he's gone, at 835,000. One more time, tell me you're out and I'll sell. We're definitely done. I have your absolute best here today. Thank you very much for your spirit of being here today. I hope we get to enjoy success together next time we meet. At 835,000, bids here, keys are here, first, second, third, final call, all done, finished, silent out at 835. We are selling, selling, selling. Sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts Rata and Co auction. Have a great weekend, a great Christmas if we don't see you, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Well bid. Very strong.